What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Oh yeah, guys. So, I want to start upgrading our altar a little bit more. I'm not trying to get to another tier, but I do want to upgrade the way this thing is working. So currently we have all of these runes of dislocations, the ones with the little blue drops on them. Yeah, the way the altar works is kind of weird. There's two separate tanks. We have one tank, the stuff that we can see there, that has the 10,000 millibuckets of the life essence in it. And then there's another tank, an internal buffer that we cannot see that contains 1 bucket. When we're pumping fluid into the altar, it fills up that internal tank. That is what these runes do. It allows us to fill that internal tank. And then there's another process where it takes the internal tank and it dumps it into the altar, and it does that rather slowly. Yeah, it like does it about once every second or something. It's something like that. So anyway, we can fill up that internal tank really quickly, but it's still slow pulling from that internal tank and sticking it into the altar. So when we're trying to craft something that goes pretty quickly or takes a lot of the life essence, yeah, we run into the problem where it's running out of fluid and we're waiting on that internal tank to fill up. So there are new runes. Well, actually, I kind of set up a little visualization kind of a thing here. Pretend like this is our blood altar. This is the internal tank, and this is our life essence that we're trying to pump in there. So we can pump that in really fast, but it fills up this lava drum pretty slow. So this is like our altar. This is our internal tank that we are keeping full all the time. But yeah, it's just taking forever to fill up our drum, right? So we need to upgrade this pipe. So yeah, there are runes called Rune of Acceleration. And that's my understanding, is that the Rune of Acceleration speeds up the amount of time that it takes before that internal tank dumps into the altar itself. So those are things that I want to look at. Rune of Acceleration. Yeah, so we need potions, we need demonic slates. The problem is, though, it requires a tier 5 Blood Orb. I think. Which one is it? The Archmages is the lowest level one. Okay. Blood Orb. I think it is the Archmage is the lowest level. So this is the tier 5 one. And in order to make this orb so we can make those runes, we need a demon blood shard. We can only get these by killing demons. Well, yeah, in order to make the demons, we have to do a little bit of a spawning ritual. So it means we have to set up, well, I was going to say it's something like this. It's really not. It's like a little altar kind of a thing. There's like a center plinth? Is that how you say it? Anyway, there's a center thing that you put an item on, and then you have to surround it with a whole bunch of the other alchemy ingredients. I can't remember exactly how that works. It's been a while since I've done that, so I'm going ahead and figure that out. We do have to make some of these things. Let's see. Yeah, so we want to get the arcane plinth, and then there's like arcane pedestals and all these other things. But yeah, this was locked behind Britannia getting the Alfheim portal set up, so we were never able to do this before until last episode when we opened the portal. So yeah, we have to make these arcane pedestals. So this looks like this is, yeah, we have to use the Thaumcraft pedestal, put it on the blood altar. It has to be a tier 4, uses 20,000 LP per, and we need a few of these things, I do believe. And then those pedestals, 2 of those plus a null catalyst will turn into the center one. Aha. So anyway, there's a little bit of crafting to do, a little bit of the blood magic infusion that we need to do on the blood altar. So yeah, let me go ahead and take some of our arcane stone blocks that we can replicate now, thanks to our conjuration catalyst. Yeah, let me make a bunch of these things. We'll put them through the blood altar. We'll get some stuff going, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, so I made all the pedestals that we need for the dual ring, I guess, for the summoning. We're only going to do the single ring. Yeah, so right in the center, right there where that torch is, we need to put the arcane plinth, I think is what it is. Yeah, this thing right here. So we need to go craft that up. Let's go over to Britannia Land. Here. Where are we? Okay, so yeah, our portal has been turned off. This was set up to go overnight. I don't have any way to refill these mana pools. I did put sparks on there. I was testing this off camera. I put sparks on here so they would automatically fill. Since these are all recessive, they were trying to push the mana into these mana pools. The problem is these things drain a trickle of mana over time. which would make this one lose a little bit of mana, which would make the thing turn back on and drop blaze rods. So we were building up with blaze rods because it wasn't using mana fast enough. Anyway, yeah, there's some problems, I guess, with my setup here. It works great for the Terra Steel where we're draining the mana pools completely, but when we have a small trickle, yeah, that's when things get a little weird. I was trying to mess around with some of the things that you can do with the sparks. There's a thing called a spark tinkerer, and in fact, let's grab this thing. Spark tinkerer. Yeah, I tried setting these up with some sparks and isolated augments. Yeah, the isolated augments, what this does is when they're on a spark, it makes it so it won't receive mana, it won't send mana. It has a spark, but yeah, it won't do anything. So yeah, you can set these spark tinkerers down. I was doing this, and you can use a redstone signal. I guess a torch will work, a lever will work, anything like that. Yeah, and if you have a spark with the augment on there, let's put the spark on. And we'll hit it with the augment. If I can find the spark, there it is. Okay, so yeah, we have the isolated augment on there. You can see it is not receiving mana anymore. But if we put a redstone signal right here, that augment turns off, and then yeah, the mana pool will fill up. So what I was gonna do is hook up a computer program that would check the level on this based on the comparator output like we were doing for these. Yeah, and then it would isolate the mana pool until it got all the way down, and then it would put take the augment back off and let it fill up again. Anyway, I spent like an hour and a half or 2 hours trying to figure this out and get the computer program all written. And then I was just having problems. Like, it would send the redstone signal here. This thing would blink. It was like it would go onto the plate and then back up or whatever. Anyway, I got frustrated with it. I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted it to. But what we can do is use these things. I guess we can do this manually. If we just leave these here with the isolated things. And where is the other spark? Yeah, I could just put like a lever or something down here once these things fill up and we turn this thing on. Yeah, we can just isolate them. And then I don't have to worry about putting a spark on here again or any of this stuff. So yeah, I can do that manually. I'm sure there's probably a better way, like a button or something I can hook up. I'll look at this in the future. But anyway, that was just things I was kind of messing around with these different sparks, which is pretty cool. So what we need to do is turn the portal back on. We should be able to do this. Let's hit it with the wand. Boop, get hit. All right, so the portal is back on. So what we need to do is put an arcane pedestal, a null catalyst, and then another arcane pedestal through. I don't know if it has to be in this order. I assume it has to be in this order. Anyway, let's try it. So Q, Q, Q. And we get the plinth back. Okay, cool. So that is really, really easy. Let's head over to Blood Magic. And we will put this little fella right there. Cool. So we have to put a Blood Orb in the center. I forget how this works, but we're going to do an elemental ritual. And we have plenty of the Aqua Solace that I have auto-crafted from before. So we're going to spawn a water elemental. These things have it said on the wiki that they have a small chance of dropping the demon blood shards. I can't remember if it's every time or how this works. It's been a while. But anyway, this is what we need to do. And we have to use a certain tier Blood Orb. I can't remember. I think it might be the master that we can use. Let's put the master here and we'll try it. Oh, looks like that's all we need to do. All right, so we're gonna get a elemental that's gonna spawn in here. We should be able to kill in just a few hits with our setup. This thing does have looting 3 on there, so we should get a good chance at getting the blood shard. I guess we'll find out. Come here, guy. Come. Oh, I'm gonna wreck everything trying to kill you. Come here. Hey, little buddy. How are you doing? Oh, you're adorable. Can I keep him, guys? Can I keep him? Die. So yeah, there's our demon blood shard. Awesome. All right, so we can go ahead and stick this over here. Boop. Yeah, look how fast that is draining. Oh my goodness, that's just like slurping it all out. Yeah, so when we can get the upgraded Runes of Acceleration, hopefully it'll make it so we can keep this thing full all of the time. That's the idea. We're gonna have to do some kind of a balance between these Runes of Dislocations and the Accelerations and the Speed Runes. Yeah, we'll have to get the perfect balance for all of this different stuff, something I'll be looking at. So anyway, let me go ahead and get this thing cooked up. I'm going to spawn in another one of these things. In fact, we could do this together since it's not that difficult. And we'll spawn in another one of these guys, and we want to get another one of those blood orbs so we can put it in our other blood altar over here. Yeah, very simple. And the draconic armor, I think this thing normally gives you a poison effect when it hits you. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, very, very simple with the draconic staff of power and the draconic armor. These guys do basically no damage. Hey, little buddy. Hi. Get wrecked. Oh, you didn't get... That was 2 hits. He didn't get wrecked. So we got 2 elementals, 2 demon blood shards. It's not difficult. Let's get some stuff done and we'll be right back, guys. So I was just killing another one of those things. In fact, I killed a few of them. The last one I just killed did 1 tick of damage to me. Like, it hit me once. I'm not sure what happened. I guess my last stand kicked in or something. But yeah, I killed like all of my hearts. That's like the same thing we saw with the Chaos Guardian when it hit us. Yeah, like dropped our health all the way down to half a heart, even though we have like 40 hearts or whatever. We have the green ones, right? Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, yeah, I went through all of my health. Yeah, my armor's still full. Weird. So anyway, we have a few of these demon blood shards. I have made 2 of these archmage blood orbs. We should be good to go to start crafting up those Rune of Acceleration. And was there anything special here? We need the demonic slate, which I think I have to craft more of those. I don't think we had any more. And then we need potion of swiftness. Yeah, I'm not sure how many of these we definitely, or how many of these we're going to need, but we're definitely going to need a few of them. Blood runes, yeah, these are pretty easy. We've crafted up many of those before. Yeah, anyway, let me go ahead and get some stuff done here. I'm going to craft up some of those runes of acceleration. We'll check out how many of them we need to make this blood altar that much better. So I was going to make this auto brewer. Well, I did make it, but I was going to do this all off camera. And then I realized, you know, I don't think I've ever used an auto brewer before. And if I have, it's been so long, I completely forgot how this thing works and how to use it. So yeah, I made up one of these. It's not super difficult. It does require a bit of plastic. So yeah, you need that rocket fuel if you're playing expert mode. We have this all in auto craft now, so it's not really that big of a deal. And we have the creative portable tank so we can get all of the rocket fuel. But anyway, you need these plastic pipes, which is 6 plastic sheets, and then 2 more plastic sheets here. The machine frame, a brew stand, some redstone repeaters, and a redstone reception coil. Unless you're going to do this the Ender IO way, and then, yeah, fluid conduits, which might be cheaper, actually, if you don't have the plastic earlier on. Yeah, I think this might be the cheaper way of doing it for early game. But anyway, I did it the thermal expansion way, or whatever, this top recipe way. So we have this right here. Let's go ahead and set this down. So I was looking at the interface and trying to get some things together for it. So it looks like, yeah, we have the internal tank for water. So I made a tesseract. We have this on the water channel. Looks like we placed the bottles here. And we have a spot for resources. And then we have all of this stuff. I think this is where we set the ghost items. Yeah, so we want to do nether wart first. And then we want to make it a speed potion. And then we want to give it glowstone. Okay, so we have to put the resources in here, I assume? Oh, I guess it's per row. Okay, so we set what we want the stage to be, and then we can put the resources up to 3 stacks in each one. So we have a water bottle here. Oh, that's an awkward potion because it used another wart. So does it do it 3 times per item, or are we using 1 nether wart per brew? I'm not sure. Okay, and then we have the speed of... Okay, so I need to get like an import bus. All right, so we'll hook up some applied energistic stuff here. Maybe I'll move the water to... Whoops. Maybe I'll move the water to like the front. Yeah, we have the AE stuff in the back here. So we need like an export bus and import bus. Let's get this all done. So we have an export bus. We're going to need a capacity card. All right. Cool, let me grab one of each of these resources so we can set the output. Want that, one of those. Okay, cool, and I assume the export bus will fill up all 3 of these slots for us. We're gonna want to export glass bottles as well. Yeah, we need one of those. Now, the only problem is we don't have a lot of nether warts, so we're going to run out of this eventually. So we'll make a decent amount of these speed 2 potions, but everything else we have a lot of. I never did set up a farm to make these because we never really had a use for that much of the nether warts before of making potions or anything. So we want an import bus. Yeah, any import bus. I don't know if we have to set the pattern specifically for this, but I'm going to take out one of these, the speed 2. Yeah, we'll do that. So only export these. I don't want exporting, or I guess importing into the system any of these other ones that are unfinished. And then some ME glass cable should be all we need to do to hook this thing fully up and get this thing going. And then I don't have to touch this at all. Right? Maybe we can get some acceleration cards in the export bus. That's probably a good idea. Nether wart, sugar, glowstone, bottles are full. And how does this work? As soon as it goes in there, it gets sucked into the system. I think we are fully automated for making these speed 2 potions. Alright guys, so check it out. I am cooking up a full stack of the demon blood runes. What are we doing here? No, we're doing imbued. We're turning those into the demonic ones. So that costs 15,000 LP per. There's a full stack in there, so this is going to take a minute. But as we can see, that is drawing far too much liquid out of our blood altar here, right? So let's start adding in these Rune of Accelerations. I need to set the resonant exchanger to this. We'll start adding these in. Let's see how many it takes in order to keep this thing full. So we'll do like, I don't know, 3? How's that working over here? Is that doing anything? It's filling it up a little bit faster than what it was before, but I don't think that's enough. Let's do 5. All right, there we go. So 5 of those, looks like it's keeping a decent amount of blood in the blood altar. It's not staying empty for as long, but that's definitely not filling it up. Let's double the amount, so we'll do 5 more. So we got a total of 10 of those things now. Yeah, you can see the altar is pulsing much faster. Yeah, we're pulling from the internal tank way faster than what we were before. Now we're able to keep this thing full. Well, I have 10 more Rune of Accelerations, and for further stuff, like when we get to the tier 6, we're going to need this thing going a little bit faster, I expect. So now we have a total of 20 of those. We can see, yeah, it's wiggling there. I don't know if we're going to need much faster than that. We might, but for right now, I think all the crafting we can do, we're not going to need that. Yeah, I'm going to waste some of this. We're going to pull these out of there. The Demon Blood Shard, when I was turning that into the Blood Orb, that sucked the stuff out really fast. I think that's the highest tier that we can do. Yeah, even that... Yeah, we're keeping up with that now. Okay, yeah, the blood altar looks weird. It's wiggling and stuff. I don't really want to convert this into another blood orb. I just want to make sure that we're able to keep the life essence in the altar. Looks like we're pretty good on that for right now. So the next thing we're probably going to want to do is add in far more speed runes. We have 8 around the altar right now. We have 5 more right here, and I think that's it. So yeah, maybe this last row down here, I will replace all of these with speed runes. That might be a good thing to do for a final tier 6 setup. I don't know. We can probably replace a few of these dislocation runes with speed runes as well. But anyway, I'm going to get some more stuff done. I'm going to make up those speed runes. I need to make some runes for this altar over here. This one is the one that we are just filling up our LP network. And this new blood orb I put in there. Did I set this? Yeah, the current owner is me, but it's not working because this altar, I guess, can't use this orb because it's not set up to be a tier 5. Yeah, we're missing all of these runes. I assume that's why that's not working. Anyway, yeah, I got a few more things to do. Let me get to it. We'll be back. Alright guys, so I spent some time over there at the blood altar and we got a lot of the runes of acceleration, dislocation, speed kind of in the spot where we need them. But what I wanted to look at doing was making this awakened activation crystal. Yeah, we're going to have to do the demon invasion thing in order to make our altar at tier 6. And yeah, we're going to need an awakened activation crystal to do this. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to it today. It's going to cost 15 million LP in our blood network. And by default, I think we can only hold 10. So we're going to have to do some things to get more LP into our blood network. And then we got to wait for it to fill up. But anyway, let's see if we can get this stuff going. So we needed simple catalyst, couple blaze powder, lava bucket, nether rack. Oh, you know what? This has to be linked to me before it'll work. Yeah, there we go. Now we get the little sparkly things. So we needed incendium, weak activation crystal, demon blood shard, aqua solace, and then the ether, or I guess that's called ether. Yeah, I think it's ether, A-E-T-H-E-R. So 2 feathers and a gas tier, feather, gas tier. What was the other item? Wasn't there one more thing? Glowstone. Okay, so we should have everything for that. There's the incendium, feather, gas tier, glowstone, and one of our simple catalysts. I was looking at this just a second ago. I stopped the autocraft for that. We have like 18,300 of these things. I guess, yeah, 18,400 with all of them in the system. It's quite a lot of them. I don't think we needed that many. Okay, so there's the ether, there's the incendium, aqua solace weak. Dang it. Trying to type with one hand doesn't work too well. Aqua solace, weak activation. Oh, I think that might be back at the blood magic area. And then we needed one of those demon blood shards. Okay, let's head back over to the blood magic area. I guess I'll show you guys what I've done with the altar so far. Yeah, so this is what we are looking like. We have the speed for the tier 2. And then we have the acceleration all around for the tier 3. Speed for the tier 4. Yeah, and then we have 1/4 of the tier 5 as speed and the rest of the dislocations. And this seems to work pretty well. Like if I grab one of these demon blood shards and I stick it in the altar, watch the level of that blood. It like doesn't move at all. I think we are good leaving it just like that until we have to do tier 6 crafting, and then we might have to readjust it. But for right now, at least doing the tier 5 stuff, that's the perfect balance. Things like the tier 1 stuff, making the blank slates or other silly things like that, could definitely use way more speed runes and still be okay. So it might be a thing where we could set up like a 3rd blood altar specifically for the low level crafting to make those go faster. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with this. All right, so we wanted the weak activation crystal. Let's head back to the home warp. Let's stick this in here. Yeah, that's cooking up. Great. I don't think that cost too much LP from the blood network. And there we go. There's an awakened activation crystal. Activates more powerful rituals. Now, I don't know if we can use this in place of all of the other places where we would normally use the weak activation crystal. I assume we can, and I assume this is reusable. I can't remember 100% for sure on that, so don't take my word on it. But yeah, for this ritual, we are going to have to do, I think it's called Convocation of the Damned. I went ahead and upgraded our ritual diviner to the dust version. So let's see, containment, binding, what is it called? Convocation. I'm looking on my second screen over here. I was doing some research on this. I was going through these things, trying to figure out which one it was that we needed. There's just so many. I couldn't figure it out just by looking at the different names. Yeah, this is the one that we need right here. I don't know if it says, oh, it does say everything. Yeah, okay. So the ritual ID, current owner, ritual turn to face north, can place dusk runes. Yeah, right. So 36 blank stones, 36 air stones, 8 water, 24 fire, 8 earth, 16 dusk for a total of 128. So 2 stacks of these ritual stones plus the master ritual stone. We have to use the awaken activation crystal to activate it. And again, we need more LP in our network than what we currently have. It is filling up right now. You can kind of see the little bar right here. Yeah, it's filling up right now, but we definitely aren't full. We're about 1/5 of the way full. And a little over 1/5, maybe 1/4 of the way full now. But yeah, we can only store, I think, 10 million LP in the network. So we need to upgrade the capacity to 15 million. And I believe we do that by doing the Rune of the Orb. This is what people are leaving in the comments. I've had a comment in the last couple of episodes, I think. And I think they said that we needed 25 of these. I'll take their word for it. I don't know. It seems like a good number to me. But But yeah, in order to make these things, we need Prismarine. So this is a vanilla Minecraft 1.8 item, but since we're in 1.7, this is a Botania item. It doesn't really exist in this without mods. So anyway, to get Prismarine, we need to put nether quartz in the mana pool with an alchemy catalyst. Okay, so let's look at our nether quartz situation. We should have all of the nether quartz because of our quarry that we set up previously. So we can go ahead and take these things. About that many. Yeah, well, hold on a second. Let's put some stuff away. We can put that away. We can put that away. Yeah, let's grab 2 more stacks. Cool. All right. Turn off the magnet. Let's go to Botania Land once again. Where are we at? Nope. Wrong way. This way. So we needed the alchemy catalyst, which I think is this one. I hope it's right. Anyway, let's drop all these. It's an explosion of Prismarine. That's so awesome. And it's still going. Cool. Yeah, setting these things up, that was definitely a smart thing to do so we can do this kind of crafting and not have to worry about trying to squeeze it underneath these mana spreaders and all of that stuff. Very awesome. So we got lots of Prismarine now. We can head back to the base. And what we needed to do was to combine that. Wait, does it matter which kind? I don't think it matters. So cobblestone and the Prismarine will make the Prismarine. Okay. Let us grab some regular cobblestone. We're going to put all that Prismarine in the system. And blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks of the stuff. Cool. All right, so we got plenty of that. So now we are missing more of the blood runes, which we can make. Air shard is fine. There's that. All right, so we got everything except for the 2 things on the side, which is more blood orbs. I think we can use any one. And I do not think that it uses this in the crafting, although I could be wrong. No, we're fine. We're fine. So how about the imbued slates? Okay, we got plenty of those. So we needed a total of 25 of these, I think is what this person said in the comments. So we will only make 25. All right, we can make more should we need them. But yeah, I think the next thing we need to do is go back to our blood magic area. If I can find it on the thing. Yeah, let's grab our resonant exchanger. We'll set those on the ground. Click that, break that. So now we just need to replace some of these. Yeah, we have way too many of these dislocation blocks here. We'll replace these with the orb one. Let me go I left 12. Maybe I'll do the other side then. I'm gonna have to make one more because I have one. But yeah, there we go. So there is Rune of the Orb. So that should increase the amount of LP that we can keep in our network. I don't know if that updates this number over here. I think that'll just kind of like overfill. I think that's how that works. I'm not 100% sure on that. This is a tier 5 now though. Yeah, it is a tier 5. I did add in all the runes around here that we were lacking. And as soon as I added those in, this thing started getting the swirlies and putting stuff into our blood network, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we are almost there. We just need to wait for our LP network to fill up. I'm not 100% sure if we can do both altars at the same time. I don't think I've tried this before. Let's try putting this Archmage Blood Orb. We'll link it to ourselves. Let's take this over here. Yeah, I think that's working. So is that going twice as fast now? It's going decently fast. So I guess we could set up more altars if we really wanted to and fill this thing up that much further, but we'd have to make more of these runes and all of this other stuff. I think that's just way too much work. Something like this, I believe, is something we're just gonna have to leave overnight. Now, another issue, I believe this altar will only go till 10,000 because it doesn't know that we have the extra stuff, the extra runes. It's only this one over here that's going to allow us to put that extra 5 million into our network. So I might end up making more of these runes for over here for temporary, just so we can fill up our LP. And then, yeah, maybe we will replace those down here or something later on. I don't know. We'll figure that all out. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. Lots of blood magic stuff going on. Ooh, actually, How are these things doing over here? Look at the ore. That is just crazy. How are these things doing over here? Okay, so we're up to about 2100, 2000. Yeah, that's when we place down later. So day 1, we got these up to about 1500. Day 2, 2000, 2000. It seems to be slowing down, but they are increasing still. Man, that node looks crazy. The sinister node here. And I think this one is, this node right here, I think this is bigger than the jar that's containing it now. It looks like it's kind of poking out the side, huh? Awesome. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.